Welcome back to Hannity. Earlier today, Mexican authorities announced the recapture of the notorious drug lord El Chapo Guzman. Now, he was apprehended in a shootout in his home state in Mexico. 5 people were killed. 1 Mexican Marine was wounded in this raid. El Chapo's capture comes after 6 months of his brazen prison escape. Remember this past July through that mile-long tunnel? Joining us now, he was down there himself, Fox News senior correspondent, our friend Geraldo. That was an amazing, I've never seen an escape like that. We got the video of it, and you were there.
Well, you assigned me to cover it for the program. I went down, proud to. It was amazing, Sean. It was one of the most spectacular prison escapes ever. The tunnel that this man built, a mile long, 3 stories underground, with ventilation and lighting and a light rail
motorcycle
system. It was just amazing how much. Where did all of this dirt go that nobody in Mexico recognized the fact that tons and tons of earth were being moved? Right. And not only that, not only is it a mile long, but it comes up under the prison, not just under the prison, not just in El Chapo's cell, but in the one corner of his cell where the surveillance camera could not see,
where
right
the bathroom
in his toilet area. He goes there, disappears, he's gone for 6 months. Humiliation to the Mexican people and the Mexican president. This was a blow. This was the second time he had escaped. The United States had tried hard to extradite him to this country for the charges. He is the person most responsible, single most responsible person for the flood of heroin and other hard drugs on the streets of places like Chicago. He's indicted in 7 U.S. district courts, including the Southern District of New York and Chicago. We need him. We want him in our prison.
Will Mexico, send him over or no?
Well, that's the big question. That's the $64 question.
Well,
will Mexico? The last time they said, no, it's Mexican sovereignty. It's our national pride. We can hold him. We can keep him. We'll put him in our version of a supermax. Guess what? He escaped again. Why does he escape? He escapes because he's a billionaire. So he's a billionaire with all kinds of muscle. Think of what the old mafia in this country, and then do it, by 1,000 on steroids. Yep. He goes to a prison guard and says, "You make $200 a week. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $200,000 if you turn the other way, or if you get this wrench into me or this shovel into me. And by the way, if you don't take the $200,000, I'm going to kill your wife. I'm going to rape your daughter. That's your option." And they play along. That's why he must be extradited. Get him out of that system in our jail.
So no matter what jail they put him in Mexico, you're convinced he probably will get out again.
No matter no matter what facility they keep him in, there is no doubt in my mind but that it is vulnerable to him either by violent intimidation or outright bribery, or most likely a combination of both.
Here's what is really evil and insidious. Watching one show, I think it was on Nat Geo, where literally these Mexican drug cartels are looking to target neighborhoods all over America where they know that these kids are getting hooked on pain pills, Vicodin, Percocet, OxyContin. Then all of a sudden they can't pay $80 a pill, but they can pay $10 for a bag of heroin. And heroin is now becoming, again, like in the 70s in New York and elsewhere, a massive epidemic, and they're targeting these areas.
You're absolutely right. In New Hampshire, this is the biggest political
Cape Cod,
issue.
New Hampshire.
But just stick on the nation's first primary state, the granite state of New Hampshire. You think of it as suburban largely and rural. They have 1 overdose death a day. They've had 50 already in Manchester over the last year. This is a plague on the state. It is the biggest political issue. Chris Christie is surging because of the perception that he's most able to deal with this particular problem. There is no doubt. You and I fight about immigration. But there is no doubt but that the southern border right now is supplying the dope that is poisoning America.
So you agree with me? Build the wall. Build the wall, Geraldo.
How you deal with the problem, we have to deal with the problem. But then we have to salute jointly, Sean, this triumph of Mexican law enforcement. The Mexican
I agree.
Marines
this is big. This is
went
huge.
in there, this violent shootout. They took down 5 of his bodyguards. They captured 6.
This is big.
But, and this is a big but, the Lieutenant Cruz is his last name, escaped.
All right. Geraldo, great reporting for us down there. Thank you very much.